I've seen you around. Maybe you've seen me too. And if it's alright tonight, I'd like to dance with you.
Dude, let's just get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the room, Mr. Maverick Murphy. Dude, I'm pumped to have you back here.
Yes, sir. I'm really happy to be back.
Maverick Murphy sounds like Texas. For those who may not be familiar with your name, which is crazy in 2026 to say that because you've had such a great little run over the past year or so.
Yes, sir.
I see you on TV. I see you all over social media.
A little bit everywhere. Yeah.
I see you on some of the biggest stages in town. But for those who don't know you, you're originally from you're out in the Katy area, right?
Yeah, Katy, it's really Richmond, Rosenberg. But
okay.
Katy's like the main spot we're next to. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Well, again, it's great to have you back. Maverick Murphy came in. I was going through some footage. It was probably about a year and a half ago. It was sometime in 2024. We were talking about it as we were walking into the studio today. But, at that point, you were great, but you were green, right?
Oh, very, yeah. I mean,
you were just getting started.
Yeah, I was like Ricky Bobby with my hands. I don't know what to do with my hands. Yeah, that was me.
But man, you have really matured so quickly in a musical way, right? Like as far as from a career standpoint, from what I'm seeing, especially here in Houston. Again, we're with Maverick Murphy. Maverick Murphy sounds like Texas, but I feel like back then when I first talked to you, you were just getting started. You were just writing songs, kind of finding your groove. Yeah. And over the last year, you definitely know who you are. People recognize who you are now, and it's the right folks. You were just saying that you got shows at Rowdy's, you got shows at Copeland coming up. There was a new EP that you just released, so we got a lot to talk about, man. Yeah, so let's first talk about the stages. And dude, I saw you on TV a couple of times. I was just watching.
Which time?
I know. I was just watching the news randomly, and I saw you performing. It was either out at Road, something cool, man. Like you were on Channel 2 or.
So yeah, I think it was. I was promoting the Fort Bend County Fair show because I headlined my hometown fair.
Yeah.
And that was pretty cool to do. But yeah, I was on. Everybody was texting me like, "Bro, why are you're on the news and you weren't talking about it?" I was like, "Well, they told me I couldn't talk about it." But yeah, so many people saw me from that, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I totally caught that, man. Yeah, that was awesome, man. And it was the Fort Bend County Fair. And I got to ask you, how is that? I mean, because the Fort Bend County Fair has always been a big deal, but a couple of years ago for me, I went out there when Zach Top played, and then I realized that it was
there too. Yeah.
It was a huge deal for everyone. So how was it after seeing an experience like that, which has to be one of the craziest moments ever at Fort Bend County Fair when Zach Top played there. It was pandemonium, and you were a part of that night. How is it playing? How is it then getting on that stage as a guy from that area? What's that feel like? What was that night like?
I mean, it's surreal, right? We played on a Wednesday, so I wasn't really expecting a whole lot, even though it was a hometown show. I wasn't expecting a whole lot, but then the people that came out to support me, plenty of family and friends, obviously, but a whole lot of fans that I had never met that were just there in my home town. It was pretty awesome. And then just knowing all the legends that have played there over the years, it's an honor to share the stage with them too. And so, it was just absolutely awesome. I mean, and then the year before that, I played on the side stage opening for Randall King, and so then in a year's time, going from side stage to main stage, it was so awesome. I think we actually set the record for a Wednesday there.
That's amazing, man.
Awesome.
Let's also go to the new EP, because you do have an EP that came out a couple months ago in February. 5-song EP. Where'd you record that?
So I recorded it with my producer, Ken Reynolds, producer Ken Wren. We did it at his studio. And
he in Houston?
Yeah, it's in Katy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's where he lives. And but yeah, that's where we did it. And Jason Allen was a big part of that record. I covered one of his songs, I Can Hear the Honky Tonk.
That's the first one on there.
Yeah, that was off his Live at Green Hall album. And I had listened to that since I was a little kid. And I was like, that's the perfect song for right now. That 90s country sound is so popular, honky tonkin'. So I said,
Yeah.
let's do it. And so I cut that one, and then I co-wrote Gonna Make You Miss Me, the title track, with Jason Allen and my dad.
No kidding.
And yeah.
I didn't realize that, man. And you were playing that in Soundcheck, which he's going to play here a little bit later today. But yeah, that's a great song. Jason Allen wrote that with your dad too, Patrick Murphy.
Yeah,
Love that, man.
It turned out to be such a great song.
How'd you link up with Jason? Was that through your dad?
Yeah, so my dad and Jason go way back, and they swapped gigs with each other, and they both helped each other in the music industry because they both had their people that they knew, and they started from the ground up, and it was they just have such a great friendship, and I'm lucky enough to be a part of it, gain some of that from it.
Jason's great people, man. Love him and his wife, Katrina. I also want to talk to you, and I don't mean to put you on the spot, but you mentioned before we started rolling that this EP has a connection to Sony. Can you just tell me a little bit about what you were talking about?
Yeah, so I'm with Blues Highway Records, and so they have publishing through Sony Music.
That's what I thought you said. Yeah. I wanted to make sure I was right. They didn't say that wrong. Yeah. But that's pretty awesome. That's amazing. Did you have that the last time you were here?
Yeah, so that's how I put out my last little 3-song EP. But it's having it for this EP has the songs are everywhere through Sony, right? It's on TikTok, even like Snapchat, like anywhere music can be, that's where my music is. So having that leg up, at my level right now is so awesome, and I can't thank Blues Highway enough for having me on their label and having given me the
I
Sony
love this
music.
for you, man. I love this for you, and I wish I would have. I just, and maybe I knew it last time, and I'm just not snapping to it now. But I think that's incredible.
I don't know if we talked about it last time or not, but
I don't recall it, man. But that's so awesome for you, dude. That's incredible. What's been your favorite part of this ride?
I think
so far, what's been the coolest thing?
The people that you meet. Just recently, we just played House Pasture in Concan. I don't know if you've ever been there, but
I have not.
It is awesome. Especially now, they just made a brand new stage, and they poured like $250,000 into the stage, and it was the biggest stage I've ever played. And so going out and playing Concan, you're only getting the crowd that's already out there. You're not having people unless you have some crazy super fans,
right,
which I've got a couple, but not enough to pack House Pasture out. So we went out onto the river, and we were constantly promoting my show that was on Saturday, like Tuesday through Saturday, the day that I played. And so we met so many cool people out there, and we were handing out flyers, like old-fashioned,
right?
Like just
hustling.
Doing that. But we met so many cool people out there, and I met a couple of my own fans, out there, which is always a cool thing at my level, because I'm not a big star that I'm getting noticed everywhere, but the fact that I am getting noticed at my level is pretty cool. So met so many cool people, not only fans but artists too. Like recently, I met William Beckman. I know Braxton Keith from a couple shows, and then I met Zach Top at that Fulton County Fair show. And so you meet so many cool people in music, and you just kind of hope that they're not divas, because there's plenty of them.
Sure.
But so many cool people.
Yeah, those guys are all great, man. I recently met William Beckman myself for the first time. And I think if you're a fan of any of those people that you just mentioned and you don't know Maverick Murphy, you will be a fan of Maverick, who is my featured artist this week. Maverick Murphy Sounds Like Texas.